Well, hey guys. Well, I've been playing around with my centrifuge a little bit. Outside in the side yard, I've got 4 barrels of diesel. I bought it probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago, from a guy up north that they got water in their generator. They had a big generator set and got water in the diesel somehow, and they drained off as much water as they could, but they didn't want to take the chance of, plugging their real expensive filters and all that and having the generator not run good. So they just drained it out, put it in barrels. And at the time I was looking for barrels to buy. I wanted to buy a couple, and I ran across that ad, and I thought, well, that's perfect, because I've got the centrifuge, and eventually I'm gonna set it up, and that's what I wanted the barrels for anyhow. So I bought this diesel with as much water as they could take out of it, and I think I gave them, God, I can't remember, for the 4 barrels, I think I gave them like $75. That was, at the time, that was cheaper than I could buy barrels for, I think, empty barrels. Yeah, so I bought these 4 barrels of diesel, and I'm finally getting around to having the diesel motor to run this stuff. I was gonna centrifuge it and put it right in the oil burner for the house, and we use wood heat, so we don't really need to do that. Anyway, so I've had those barrels sitting out there settling for years, and I pulled this diesel out. I made a big long steel wand with a rubber hose on the end to run off my pump, and I stuck it way down at the bottom of the barrel so I could get the worst of it, you know what I mean? The worst of the water, and probably rust and diesel bug that might grow, or algae that might grow in diesel. And so I stuck the wand clear at the bottom of this one barrel, and I'll show you. This is what I took out, almost a whole gallon of water. And so that means the rest of the barrel should be pretty good diesel, but I'm still gonna run it through the centrifuge. So, I mean, if the barrel would have, if I would have sucked 40 gallons of water out and only had 10 gallons of diesel floating on top, I'd probably gotten screwed. But, just having 3/4 of a gallon, that's still probably not all that bad. And luckily, sitting so long, it settled. Theoretically, I could probably take off diesel from the very top, and it would probably be good enough to use if you had a good filter, which my diesel engine still runs the filter. I just don't expect it to ever plug on this stuff. Anyway, I was getting ready to take my contraption down and shut this off, but I think I'll show you how fast how slow it's running. You can see it fill up right there. Not too bad. I mean, it's running pretty slow. You can see it right there coming through the tube, I hope. Yeah, and then these two, this one and that one, those are my drains. They drain the bowl when I'm done, and they'll go into this catch, and we'll see how much stuff I got out of there. But this can's nearly full, so I can shut it off anytime. I'll probably just shut it off now. Let me set you down here. Alright, now I'll stop the siphon. Gallon left. I've got some other experiments and stuff I can do with that. I want to see if I can add motor oil to this diesel, if it'll thin it and stay mixed up, or if it'll separate. You know, I don't want it to separate, so I'll probably do an experiment like that. But let's try to get most of this drained out. Alright. I haven't even made a big mess yet. I better put this down on the ground so I don't spill it. Alright. We'll empty the tube. Make sure this is all time to drain. Looks like it's pretty good. And we'll shut it off. I think I just filled this top up with foam because it's spinning so darn fast. It atomizes the fuel when it hits the wall. It's spinning so fast that it vaporizes it. And here, let's see if I can take this out. Even this catches some rusty looking watery junk. And let me set this over here. And you can watch it drain. Now there's some holes right about here in the bowl, and as soon as it slows down enough, all that'll go through those holes, go down and go through the holes just like that one that are in the bottom. There's two of them, and it'll all come roaring out. And you've still got some good clean diesel on this side, but whoa! Ooh, I didn't know it did that. Anyway, so now there's the holes right there, so it should reach those anytime now. And starts draining. Yeah, it's kind of funky looking. Look what's on the wall. Some watery looking stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, you can see all the gunk on that wall back here. I can clean all that out. But for the most part, excuse me. For the most part, it'll all drain. And went down there to my catch. No better. You know, now I finally made a mess. It kind of splattered a little bit when it was going down. But anyway, went to my catch, so let me take that apart and show you. You know what? That might not be smart. Here that'll catch the drips when it'll drip for a little while, I think. Yeah, just dripping. But there's the gunk the centrifuge took out. See right down in the bottom there, you can see the water. And suspended in this is probably some of the diesel bug and maybe a little suspended water. But the other day, inside one of my containers I had some old oil, and it was the worst stuff I had. It was already centrifuged, but it wasn't done very good. You know, I didn't heat the oil up or anything, but and it was sludge. So I mixed it with diesel and ran it through and got about, I don't know, 3 or 4 gallons of oil out. And this is the sludge. And you can see from here down, it's like water, and you know, like frothy, dirty water. And it's thick. It's really thick. It's like whipped cream. And then this stuff up here is separated. I could probably separate this off into some other diesel or whatever and centrifuge that again. And then we got this stuff I just drained. And then this jar was the first drain of that real bad diesel I took out of that drum. But you can see the water settling out in the bottom. And this has only been done, I think I drained it maybe an hour ago. So I'll let this settle overnight and probably mix it with whatever's left in here and whatever's going to settle out of this one. And just save it to run again, you know, some other time. But anyway, yeah, so out of one barrel, I took all this water out and then centrifuged it, got all this shit out. And so now hopefully the rest of the barrel, I know doesn't have any water in the bottom. And I'm just cleaning it to use it in the Bobcat. Yeah. And now I get to clean this. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. Hey, take care.